early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Buffalo Bulls The Bulls headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And this offensive line obviously has its strengths, but you're not going to have to look further than that left side. Like, this offense gets a little bit run-heavy to the left for a reason. Left guard, left tackle, the strength of this unit. They work so well together, great individual players. And Palmer, sometimes when you got a side of the line that's a little bit more dominant, don't be afraid to go that way more often.
No question about it. I think we're on critical down and distances when they need to have a play, especially on short yardage, goal line, going for it on 4th down. The left side is who they're going to be running behind. You've got 2 guys out there in the left tackle and left guard that are going to play on Sundays, and that is a special combination that a lot of offensive lines wish they had.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Looking to pass, it's Vega. They're working that left side, and they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down, 10 yards to go. Leaves it with the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Maybe some room here. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
To the air, it's Vega. Fires to the right. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So Buffalo's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Throwing right. That's reeled in. It's Andrews. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The RPO, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. To the air, it's right. Under fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Shelton.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll try it again. Oh, what a move. Could be an alley. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the 1st down. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. To the air, it's Vega. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. There's the pressure. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Lets it fly. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down in the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
Wants to fire on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. They bring the punter onto the field now, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. And they got him in the end zone for a safety. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Vega. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to get it to the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
He's got him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bulls use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On the run, it's Shelton. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
To the air, it's right. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The Bulls line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Pressure coming, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Vega. Here's a heat. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it downfield. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Rice Owls. And it's the Fighting Irish, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Andrews. Bounced off his feet.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
Wide receiver comes in motion. There's some room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The option, he'll keep it. Powers through the defender.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
On the option, he'll pitch it. Breaks the tackle. Breaks into the open. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And the Bulls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. If it works. They tried to follow up the big run with a pass and didn't work out for them.
Now, how about a good job by the defense? You know, sometimes when you give up runs, you get more aggressive. You want to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage, and you want to overreact. The defense stayed calm, stayed true, came up with a big sack the next play.
Running inside, it's Shelton. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That slices the lead to 2.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Right back to it. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Vega. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
Hauls it in. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Headed to the 4th, and both of these running backs have been outstanding, and both have found the end zone on the day. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Running back searching for a hole. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And, man, this is exactly how this offense...
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. From the gun, the ground game. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Complete to the left. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buffalo! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. And now this offense will take the field again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Scanning the field, it's Vega. Quickly complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Oh, they're after him. Gonna try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The hand to the running back. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. To throw, it's Vega. Pass is incomplete. No good on the two-point conversion. They tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shelton. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Shelton. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's right. Unleashes one. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Shelton. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
The Bulls use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
There's a crease. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Jumped on top of the pile. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for it. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense.
And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a two-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's right. Rush is on him. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance.
He lofts one down the sideline. It's incomplete. A last-gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.